And he was sitting right over there in Decatur. And he was making, he probably made $1 million that year in 96, 97. And I didn't even know, never even heard of him, didn't know who he was. And, but being around him has literally changed my life. And probably I know some people here who have worked personally with him, like Deborah Laverne, I know Derek McWhirter. I don't know everybody that was a part of us then, because a lot of people dispersed, they lost the dream. But he's one of the guys, I tell you, when you listen to him, you better take what he says the truth, because he ain't no perpetrator. This guy is doing everything he said he's done it, and he knows exactly what he's talking about. And I'm blessed that he's even here to do us a favor to even talk, because, some people don't do that kind of stuff, to get to a certain point. You know what I'm saying? So, man, y'all got to get on your feet and give this man a round of applause, Mr. Tyrone Best.
Woo! I ain't never seen this many black people in one room in separate church. Look, first, let me say this. Look, okay, when I start crying, don't think I'm no punk, okay? But I'm going to try to get through this without crying. Because I'm going to tell you something, folks. What you got going on here, this is unreal. You don't know what I'm saying to you. I've been doing this for 25 years. And what this elite team has put together, what I've just witnessed in the last hour, this is monumental. This is historic. There is no excuse for you not to do this. Absolutely. Absolutely. All you got to do is put them in this room. If you leave this environment and you are not fired up and you don't go pearl, diamond, whatever it is you want to go and hit your goals, it ain't the system. Okay? It's you. Now, I know that's starting out a little too strong for you. But I'm just sitting over there. I'm getting pumped. I'm just sitting there saying, what in the world have the... Look, what Mr. Fleming, the elite team, Laverne and Deborah and this whole team, what Yvette just gave you just a minute ago is worth $1 million of information. I'm just sitting there saying, look, I don't even know how you're still sitting here. I thought by now you'd be done ran out of the room and sponsored somebody. I'm just sitting there saying, Tony told me what to talk about. I said, man, so much stuff is going through my mind just sitting here listening to these guys pour out this information. And when I saw the guys told Tony, now you understand, I came in on the tail end, and I didn't know what they was doing. I said, that's Tony Fleming. He going, because Tony can tell some stories, boy. One of Tony's best stories to me was one night we was out there. He said, oh, people talk all the time. Tony said, this guy, he said, one time we finished a meeting, and this guy was outside walking around in circles. You probably heard him tell the story before. Guy said, oh, you don't know what you done now. I know everybody. I'm going to put everybody in this thing. You don't know what you've done. I know everybody. So he ain't seen that dude since that night. We still looking for him. Anyway, I want you to understand something. I am truly humbled just to be here. Just the fact that Mr. Fleming asked me to come here and speak, and when I walk in this room and I see all these faces, and you're a sharp-looking group of people, I'm telling you something. I'm blown away. This has been my dream, to look at a room and see this crowd of people. This is incredible. Do you know right now, I'm making a prediction. If you would take the information you've got from this weekend, in 24 months, the elite team will fill the Georgia Dome. Now, see, the Bible says if one can put 1,000 to flight, two can put 10,000. What can 1,000 do? I mean, literally, I'm just sitting here. I'm trying to tell you, people working at this industry their entire life to put together this kind of environment. See, it's the environment that creates the success, the energy, the team. You can't do it by yourself. But when you come to this environment and you feed off each other, you get fired up. And you take that away with you. This is an environment that will create millionaires all over this planet. This is unheard. I'm telling you from 25 years experience, you don't understand what I'm saying to you. It's impossible for you to understand. No, okay, let me speak positive. You do understand what I'm saying to you. Take it to heart. You're in the right place at the right time. Yvette said something. Don't get distracted with another network marketing opportunity. You got to do the same thing in all of them. You got to go talk to people, sponsor people, and get them on the product. You got to follow in all of them. And if you've gotten one check, you can get another one. If you've gotten two, you can get another one. Just keep doing the same thing you've always done. It ain't no different. I've been in this industry for 25 years. My first meeting, guess how many people showed up? None. Now, that's not what we talk about today. I'm off track already. But I got to tell you this because sometimes, you read the magazine, and it's all you see is the glamour. Some guy to come in, and they take off. Boom, and they pearl right away. And you go, what's wrong with me? Ain't nothing wrong with you. You're just not coming from the same place they came from, so you got to walk your journey. It may take you 6 months. It may take you a year. It may take you 2 years. How much faith do you have? How much belief do you have? My wife a couple months ago asked me a question, when does faith become stupidity? She said, when does faith become stupidity? And some of my spirit responded. I didn't respond. My spirit responded. Faith becomes stupidity the moment you quit. I want that to sink in. Faith becomes stupidity the moment you quit. Because see, when you quit, you just nullified your faith. See, nobody came to my meeting back in 1983. I didn't quit. I got mad. Anybody ever got mad? I got mad. All my drinking buddies wouldn't show up. If I was having a beer party, they load up. How would they say? You having a barbecue, everybody come. Okay, sit around drinking beer, talking about how we're going to make some money. And then you call them about making some money, they stay home and watch TV. I got mad. My wife got mad. We had invited hundreds of people to the meeting. Nobody showed up. We got mad. We kept going. I said, I'd do it if it takes the rest of my life. Okay? About 4 years later, age 32, my wife retired. Retired at 32. I'm sharing this because I want you to understand. You got to see the dream. My son's 22. He has never known his mother to have a job. Outside, has never known his mother to have a job. Now, they told me it was a 2 to 5 year plan for freedom. Well, it took me 12 years. I retired at 40. Now, understand, it took 12 years. I ain't mad. All my friends still got a job. All my white friends still got a job. I'm like Tony. I wake up in the morning. I look at the wife and say, honey, what you want for breakfast? I'm the cook in my house. I said, what you want for breakfast? Or she'll wake me up some morning and say, it's 9 o'clock. When you going to cook up something to eat, baby? So I go downstairs and I cook a little breakfast. I walk around the house and we sit there and we chit-chat and we talk. About 9:30, the 7-year-old wake up. I got a 7-year-old. My wife woke up 45 years old and pregnant. See, when you're free, you got a lot of time to kill. You know? When the wife ain't stressed out about money, she says it's a good time to do it, baby. It's adult conversation, kids. Don't worry about it. Okay? And I sit there and play Thomas Train with my kids. Watch the Wiggles. Then about 11:30, I said, well, I better go to the office. So I go shower and go to the office. That's what this thing is all about. The ultimate dream in this industry is to get free. That's the ultimate dream. I mean, it's okay to make a little money, buy a lamp, buy a nice little car, but the ultimate dream is to put yourself in a position where you wake up when you get finished. Finish sleeping, I'm talking about. Or when you get tired of sleeping. Or when the bed start hurting. You ever been on vacation when the bed start hurting? That's what I'm talking. That's the ultimate dream. So I guess I'm so honored, really, truly, to be here because I'm looking at this room and saying, this is phenomenal. And you guys need to give yourself an applause just for being here. I mean it. Okay? I'm not just, I don't know what to say. I'm just looking at you guys and I don't know what to say. Just the fact that you're in this room, do you understand, put you in the top 5% income bracket just to be in this room. The money may not have manifested itself yet, but the money comes later. The work has to be done in here, and then the money gonna come. See, the money don't come first. It would be nice if the money came first. It would be so easy, but that's not the way it works. You gotta read, listen to tapes, come to meetings, listen to CDs. So I'm still back in the 80s, listen to tapes. Anyway, let me talk about what I'm supposed to be talking about. They say I had a talk I was gonna do called 4 Steps to Success. Then I said 4 steps of prosperity. And then I changed. I said, I'm gonna talk so you can understand. 4 steps to getting rich. Anybody want to get rich? Yes. Anybody would like the money faster than later? Yes. Okay, see, rich is good. I don't want anybody to tell you, rich is real good. People say, I'm not really into money. Don't go to work on Monday. Okay? I love it. You know when you say those folks, they say, I don't need no money. And you got to get out here because I got to go to work tomorrow. Okay? Please, everybody needs some money. Ain't no such thing as too much money. I love the idea about getting, look, rich is good. I was talking to my little nephew one day, said, Uncle Tyrone. He said, everybody in the family say you rich. He said, oh, you rich? I said, boy, compared to you, Uncle Tyrone is rich. Because you broke. I said, now compared to Oprah, Uncle Tyrone ain't got no money. I say it's all relative. So when I say rich, you got to put that number in your head as to what you think it is, because it's all relative. Okay, it's all relative. And compared to Oprah, ain't got no money. Compared to Bill Gates, Oprah ain't got no money. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? When I met Tony, I was making a whole lot of money. I remember, and the first thing I learned, I'm flying first class on the plane. I'm like sitting in first class. I looked out the window one day and said, that's a private jet. It's all relative. Guy limo pulled up to the jet. He didn't have to go through security, nothing. Just private jet, just pull up there. Limo pulled up, guy gets out, walks to this jet. Didn't have to check a ticket or nothing. I'm looking out the window, looking at this, going, that's interesting. I'm still broke. You know? See, that's what I'm saying. So don't get all caught up. Just understand you're going to go through the journey, go through the process, and you're going to get to where you want to go. Trust the faith, trust the system. You'll get where you want to go. I'll tell one more little sidebar story on that. I was doing a meeting one time down in New Orleans. In fact, Tony and I was down there together. I think it was doing this meeting down there. It was a crazy meeting, man. And Dave Winfield was in the room. And you got to understand, Dave Winfield like 6'7", making about $10 million a year. And the guy was talking about how much money I was making. That guy making $40,000, $50,000 a month and all this kind of. I said, Dave, will you tell him that ain't no money? And Dave goes, you doing okay? I said, Dave, tell him the truth. Tell him 50 grand of money ain't no money. It's all relative. Dave said, no, you doing okay? When the meeting was finally over, we outside. I'm talking to Dave Winfield, his lawyer. I said, Dave, now you know 50 grand ain't no money. Dave said, bro, I don't know how you getting by. He said, I wouldn't know how to start downsizing to live on 50 grand. Okay, see, it's all relative. So, don't be impressed with me. Don't be impressed with anybody that say that. Money is relative, okay? The first thing is get free. See, in Georgia, in the South, you can be free on 50 grand a year. Live 50 grand a year, you can buy your house, have your couple cars, and you ain't got no job. The ultimate thing is get free first, and after you get free, you can work on getting wealthy. Okay, anyway, that's nuts. I don't need to tell you because you don't probably got all that stuff in the morning. What I'm supposed to talk is 4 steps. Let's start. First step 1. Decide what you want. You got to write this down. And it's simple. You've already heard it already today. Decide what you want. Yvette said, you got to decide Not let somebody else decide. You got to decide what it is that you want. Not what your upline want, not what your downline want, not what your mama told you should have wanted. What you want. You understand? Now, you say, well, I know what I want. No, you don't. Most people never make a conscious decision about what it is they want. Like, where would you like to live? What state? What city? Most of us get out of first week. They told us to go to kindergarten, went to kindergarten. Then they told us to go to elementary school, went to elementary school. Then they told us to go to high school. Then they told us to go to college. And then we went out and we came out and then what do? We sell ourselves to the highest bidder. Okay, after high school, we sell ourselves to the highest bidder or college, whichever one, wherever. At some point when you enter into society, you sell yourself to the highest bidder. Okay, I know. I was graduate by Hampton University. Okay, I wanted to major communications. I majored in communications, okay? Wanted a job and be a Boy Scout. Good evening, this is Ty Best with the news. But I had this southern accent, and 20 years ago, that just wasn't gonna fly, okay? And my professor said, you need to write for a living. Okay, I said, okay. But I came out of school, and what? This automobile company offered me a job that was paying twice what anybody in the so-called industry I majored in wanted to give me. So what did I do? I took that job. Okay, I didn't say what I wanted. I took the job. So I'm saying we have to, at some point in our life, make a decision about what it is that we want. Okay? And once you decide what it is that you want, sit down sometime and just really start where would we really like to live? When my wife and I were in California in 1995, we had actually bought a house up in Northern California. Well, it's in LA County, Northern LA County. And we were driving back after we bought this house. We looked at us and said, do we want to live here? And we said no. And we just gave them like 10 grand deposit on this house, and we said, we don't want to live. Well, why are we doing this? Where do we want to live? We said, we want to live in Georgia. We said, well, what are we doing? And this is no exaggeration. We got out that deal, bought a house here in Georgia. Okay, watch this now. Didn't know how I was going to move here. I still had a job in California. I bought a house in Georgia, sight unseen, because after living in California, everything in Georgia is a bargain. So you really, you can mail order a house to somebody in California. They don't care. Okay, anybody who lives in California know what I'm talking about, okay? It's like, is the house standing? Yeah, how much is it? Okay, great, I'll put the check in the mail. Okay, that's how bad, anyway, that's another story, another seminar. I'm more off track. Decide what you want. We decide we want to move here. Decide what you want. Make a conscious decision about what it is that you want. And once you decide, not just the house, the home, the car, what kind of car you want. Everybody know what kind of dream car they want. You have a picture of it in your house right now. This is a man conversation right here. Oh, it's not? Oh, okay, all right. Women got some dream cars too? Okay, that's my wife. She just got a dream chauffeur. That's all, okay. But, okay, because she don't like to drive no place, okay? But you got to decide, if it's a car you want, a particular car you want in mind, you got to go get a picture of it, you got to see it, you got to smell it, you got to try to sit in it every day. If you see yourself driving a 750 or a 500 SL, whatever it is that you got in your mind, you got to get that thing instilled in your spirit every single day. Okay, every day. I got a picture of a nice little Bentley right on my visor, right now. It's a Bentley convertible. It's on my visor. Okay, it's about $200,000. It's powder blue with cream interior. It's nice. I look at it every day. I get in the car, flip it. Oh, yeah. That makes me wake up. Now, see, don't material things will drive you to do stuff. It's nice to say, well, I just want to make some more money for my church. Well, that's great, but does it make you get out of bed in the morning? Does it make you go do a meeting at night? Does it make you say, show the plan? Does it make you go talk to somebody? Does it make you prospect somebody? See, if it doesn't make you prospect somebody, then it's not motivational. You got to find something that fires you up. If it's a dream house that's 7,000 square feet, 6 bedrooms, 5 bedrooms, 4-car garage with a pool in the back and a pool inside, you got to get pictures of it. You got to put it around. You got to find something that will make you get up in the morning, that'll fire you up. I had a dream about buying a Rolex watch for a long time. Okay? I went out and bought it. I didn't buy it next day. I had the picture of it for a long time. I said, Submariner, that's what I want, $8,500. Okay? I only bring it out for special occasions like today. I'm kidding. I don't wear it to church. I don't wear it to my office. I get mugged, man. Somebody cut me. Look. I don't want, hey, okay, you put $10,000 of jewelry on, you get hurt in Atlanta. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to sound materialistic. Materialism, look, that materialism, anyway. You heard the story about the guy who was materialistic? You know, the guy who was in a car accident, man, he drove his Mercedes. He was driving his $100,000 Mercedes in a total car accident, man, got totally wrecked up, got messed up. I mean, got total. They pulled him out the car, man, he was unconscious for 15 minutes. He finally gained consciousness. He said, oh my God, my Mercedes. They said, man, your hand is over there lying in the street. He said, oh my God, my Rolex. That's materialism. See, you lost it now. Your hand on the street, you worry about your Rolex. Anyway. No, find something to motivate you. Okay, and most of you done heard this before. You all got to go. Everybody got to go. Say yes. Everybody know what they want? Do you have it written down somewhere? I mean, seriously written down, specific. And be careful what you write. Because see, you can write down something you think you want and realize later you don't want it after you get it. Okay? I wrote down one time I wanted to be one of the top motivational speakers in the country. That was back in 1980. I wrote down a card. They said, think you're rich, said, write the stuff down on the card, right? So I had an index card, wrote it down. I read it every day, read it. 2 years later, I was the national training manager for Toyota Motor Sales. I'm doing seminars every day of the week. I leave on Sunday, come back home on Friday. I said, this is not my dream. Know what you want. Now, once you decide what you want, and the reason most people don't decide what they want, I'm wrapping this thing up real quick. The reason most people never decide what they want because they don't want to pay the price. Step 2, after you decide what you want, you got to decide to pay the price. Because, see, freedom ain't free, folks. You got to decide to pay the price. Whatever that price is, as long as legal, ethical, and moral, you got to make a conscious decision that I'm going to pay the price. If it takes me 3 months, 3 years, or 30 years, I'm going to get this done. How do people want to be a diamond? They ain't there, Laverne. I'm telling you, they say, ooh. Okay? You got to be bold with that thing. How many people want to be a diamond? That's what I'm talking about. See, that thing got to get real to you. It got to hurt when you don't get it. It got to hurt you the next time you come to this meeting and somebody walk across this stage as a pearl or a diamond and it's not you. You got to be sitting there hurting. And if you ain't hurting, then you don't want it bad enough. So when I walk to a function and people walk out the stage free, I would cry because I wanted to be free. I was like Kunta Kinte. When I saw the plan that man said I could be free and I was 20 years old, I didn't know which way to run. I was like Kunta Kinte. I didn't know which direction freedom was. I just started running. Okay? Hey, Yvette said it. What did she say? Do something. Just do something. It might be wrong for a while, but you'll find out later it's wrong and you'll start doing the right thing. But do something. God can't stir a parked car. Do something. Come to a meeting. Do something.